All right, ready?
Yep.
Hello and welcome to another exciting edition of Colorado Sessions. I'm Steve.
And I'm Andy.
And if you're just joining us for the first time, this is our little project where we book shows in craft breweries around Colorado. We road trip through the beautiful state of Colorado to those breweries, make some music, meet some nice folks, and learn a little bit about craft beer.
Yeah. And maybe have a little fun.
And have a little fun.
Definitely have a little fun. So this is where we kick everything off. This is the wood shop where Steve and I get together, have a quick chat, talk about what we're going, whatever we want to accomplish on this. So this is the kickoff for all of that.
And we'd love to take you along on this little adventure if you're willing to come with us.
Yeah. So where are we going?
So I'm not going to tell you right off where we're going. I'm going to tell you a story.
So this is a puzzle, huh?
Kind of. So in the 1860s or so, gold mines were just really booming in Colorado. Okay. And a lot of miners came over from Cornwall, Cornish miners, as well as other places. But the Cornish miners brought with them these legends, these sort of myths. And one of them was the legend of these little leprechaun-y, elfy type creatures that lived in the mines. Okay. And they were mischievous. They would steal your tools and your lunch and things like that. But they also did some good. They would warn you of impending danger, and they would lead you sometimes to the mother lode by tapping on the walls. So when the miners heard tapping on the walls down in the mines, they thought these creatures were leading them to the mother lode or warning them to get out. And so because of this habit of doing this trait they had of knocking, they became known as Tommyknockers.
Oh, okay. All right. Tommyknockers. We're going to Tommyknocker Brewery.
We're going to Tommyknocker Brewery.
So this is a place where I've heard of. I've actually had their beer. I've never been there, but I've had a lot of their beer. So.
Yeah, that's what makes this Colorado Session episode a little bit unique because it's the first one where we have had the beer ahead of time. All the other breweries we've been to, we had never had their beer until we got there, and so we actually are familiar with the beer. Yeah. And they're distributed at least regionally. I don't really know, but that makes them a little unique too. And as a result, the person that we're going to be talking to this time, instead of talking to the brewer, is we're going to be talking to a guy named Steve, who has a wonderful name, by the way.
I don't like it.
and he is the director of operations for Tommyknocker.
Okay, very cool. So, where is Tommyknocker now?
It's in Idaho Springs, which I know you've probably been through.
I have been as we head west out of Denver. I mean, it's one of the first towns you kind of notice.
Exactly. It is on I-70 west out of Denver, not very far, and it's in a very tight canyon that is cut by Clear Creek. I think is the name of the creek that flows through there. Really, really cool, cute little town.
Like I say, I've been by it 100 times. I don't know if I've ever actually stopped there.
People who've traveled on I-70 know it because there's a giant red mine called the Argo Mill that is on the side of the hill there. Really, really cool little town. Wonderful little brewery. I've actually been to the brewery before. It's a really, really nice spot. Mining features heavily in that town.
Oh, in Colorado, mining.
Well, in that town in particular, a lot of towns have a mining history, but their main street is called Miner Street. I think their high school mascot is like the Gold Miners or something like that. So there is a very strong mining history and pride in the town, I think. So, yeah.
Well, look for it.
Yeah.
We'll try to capture that.
Yeah, I'm really, really excited about the possibility of playing there, and super, super thankful to the guy Steve for booking me and allowing me to come in and do this, and for taking the time to talk to us as well. So
this will be fun.
Yeah, I think it will be fun. I think it's going to be a good little road trip. We know it's going to be good beer, and we'll have fun with some folks. So, what do you think? You ready?
I'm ready.
All right,
I'm ready to go. Are you ready to go?
Away we go. Steve, thank you so much for having us here at Tommyknocker. We are so excited to be here, and thanks for taking the time to chat with us and let me play some music here.
Yeah, we're friendly here.
Yeah, I get that. We came here for lunch, and everybody was so nice, and what a wonderful little community. And, you know, for us, this is a really unique episode of Colorado Sessions because you're the first brewery we've done that we know the beer ahead of time. I mean, we're coming through the door already fans of your beer. And so I was wondering, you know, how far do you guys distribute?
Well, you know, we have been around for 26 years, and we are considered a heritage brewery, which can work for us or against us. To answer your question, currently we're in 7 states. We concentrate most of our efforts in Denver, but it wasn't very many years ago we were in 22 states. Our main thing is, you know, we are a local Idaho Springs establishment, been here for 26 years. And I live here, and I'm very grounded here, and we focus on everything local as possible. And we have I-70 right outside the brewery, 20 million cars a year drive by. So we have a 300-person restaurant that we cater to the highway with, and it does very, very well. We sell 1,000 barrels of beer over the bar every year, which is a good amount. And then we have a whole network. Like I said earlier, we concentrate on the Front Range and in Summit County in the mountains. That's our bread and butter. And from there, we dabble in these out-of-state markets.
Okay. And then for, I heard that you're really involved with something near and dear to my heart, which is the Colorado Mountain Club, I think.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about that. What do you guys do with those?
So pre-COVID, we went into a relationship with them. We make a beer for them where the profits go back into the Colorado Mountain Club. They have 8,000 members. And so it's a good networking thing for us where it's just grassroots. We don't have a marketing person. We don't have a marketing company. We have always just grown on grassroots efforts where we go in low on a bluegrass fest and then it grows, or we go in on a brand like Colorado Mountain Clubs. We're also with Friends of Berthoud Pass.
Okay.
That's another one that we do.
So you brought some hops here today. Tell me about this. What are these?
Yeah, every year there is this group from the Colorado CU Extension Program. They run a horticulture program based out of Georgetown, and these are hops that we call heritage hops. And back in 1859, I can tell the story right now, where George Jackson was exploring this area before Idaho Springs or anything was here. Denver was just popping up. I believe it was the first year that the first liquor license was established in Denver, 1859. And George Jackson discovered gold in a stone's throw away from the brewery right over here in the creek. And in the next few years, 30,000 people moved to the valley to get rich on the gold. And a lot of them were Cornish miners that came over, and they also had to have beer, so they planted their own hops to brew their own beer here, and those hop vines are still here to this day. So this group has kind of curated those vines and made them more usable, and this is like we do it every year, and so we have these hop vines up there in their garden, and you can kind of crush it up and smell it. It smells good, kind of green, chlorophyll-y, a little grassy, starting to develop a little spicy notes. So they're trying to bring them back every year. They call the weak ones and bring in the nice, healthy ones up. And we throw the bag of these into one of our beer batches of beer. And there's an event that happens like in a month. And we do it with the other breweries that are in the corridor here. We get together and we do a Heritage Hops Fest. Last year was an online thing. And we do a beer sampling, food pairing, educational, fun lecture event.
Now it's time for a little thing that Andy and I are calling Last Call. It's a quiz of 10 questions. You think you're up for it?
Yes.
All right, let's give it a shot. So here we go. Last call. Start the clock. There's no clock. All right. So question number 1. What was the first beer you ever drank?
I'm going to say the green stubby bottle Mickey's.
Okay, correct. Question number 2. Tommyknocker obviously has very tight ties to Idaho Springs. You're part of the community. You've supported the community and vice versa. But if Tommyknocker couldn't be in Idaho Springs, what would be your second choice of a town in Colorado? What would be your second choice of a Colorado town for?
I would say Creed, Colorado.
Creed. Nice. That is a nice place. I like
There's
Creed.
a Tommyknockers there, by the way.
There is.
It's a Tommyknocker tavern. It's nothing to do with us, but
Wonderful.
I like that town.
All right. Question number 3. The even-numbered interstates in the United States go which direction?
East-west.
Correct. Question number 4. There are 3 exits for Idaho Springs on this side of the tunnel. What are one of the exit numbers that gets you to Idaho Springs?
Exit 240, that's that one right
I
here.
thought I'd stump you on that one. I don't know the exit number, my exit number back home. Well, question number 5. What's the capital of Idaho?
Idaho Falls? No, Boise.
Yes. Question number 6. Given that there are 10 questions in the last call, how many more questions am I going to ask you?
4 more. I was guessing.
Yeah. Question number 7. What's the first concert you ever attended?
The Who.
Really?
Yeah. 9th grade.
This is insane.
Yeah.
Because question number 8. What classic rock group from the UK wrote the rock opera Tommy?
The Who. I saw that too.
Question number 9. What American singer-songwriter wrote the song Knockin' on Heaven's Door?
Bob Dylan.
Yes.
Minnesota boy like me.
All right. And for the win, question number 10. In 2016, I visited Idaho Springs after climbing a 14,000-foot peak with my daughter. That peak sits right beside Mount Bierstadt. I'm sure you remember my visit that year. So what was the name of the mountain that we climbed?
Evans?
Yes. For the win. Congratulations.
They're all like right there. Yeah.
So you've won yourself a Session Head, it's upside down here, Session Head t-shirt.
That is
you're now
cool.
a Session Head.
Look at that.
And how about a sticker too? We've got a little Colorado Session sticker
Perfect. We
here
got
for you.
sticker spot downstairs.
Steve, thank you so much. In all seriousness, we are really, really happy to be here. I'm so glad to be performing music here. I'm really excited, and we hope to add something to Tommyknocker and just have a good fun this evening.
Let's drink a beer.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Enjoy.
One, two, three. On a high alpine meadow, there's a bristlecone pine that clings to hopeless ground above timberline. It's grown 1,000 years there, twisting in the wind. Sit at its feet, breathe in deep, and drink it all in. When we all come together, as we will do at times, you can hear our voices roll down the mountainside. When we raise our glass, we raise it with friends. Here's to Colorado, drink it all in. On Chavano's side, an angel flies and she's calling to me. On a clear day from the top, you can watch the sunrise over the peaks. See the needles, the bells, silver hills, and a holy cross, my friend. Climb that rock, take a little stock, and drink it all in. When we all come together, as we will do at times, you can hear our voices roll down the mountainside. When we raise our glass, we raise it with friends. Here's to Colorado, drink it all in. Gonna build me a cabin down by Old Nellie Creek. Sit at its side, pull trout all day. At night I'll just sing. I'll leave the door open so you can come right on in. Take a load off your feet, share a tune with me, and drink it all in. When we all come together, as we will do at times, you can hear our voices roll down the mountainside. When we raise our glass, we raise it with friends. Here's to Colorado, drink it all in. Here's to Colorado, drink it all in. All right, guys, cheers.
Cheers.
Here's to episode 3 of the Colorado Sessions. I had a good time. How about you guys?
Yeah, had a really good time. It's a good session.
Thank you guys so much for helping us out. It was a really
You
big.
guys helped a ton.
We've really learned how much work it takes to do this.
We were warned.
Yeah, we were warned, and we went into it. But it's really nice having some help on this. I must say. So
We appreciate you having us because we're learning right along with you, and
It's a great experience.
And did you guys get a chance to talk to Steve, the director of operations?
yes,
Tommyknocker?
absolutely. He was super welcoming, super friendly, was really open to the whole thing, and just wanted to let us
Yeah.
capture the moment however we saw
That was
fit.
one of the things. Everybody we talked to was very friendly, very helpful, and they gave us access. We got to see the brewery, we got to see the cannery. I thought the interview was really good. Talking to
Yes.
Steve, we learned a lot of things that I think if we hadn't talked to, you probably never know. And
Oh
I
yeah,
know, you know.
definitely.
So,
I mean, I've driven through Idaho Springs a zillion times, and I've actually stopped here before, and I've even played here before. But this was when I really got to learn about the brewery and its connection to the community and its history. Been here 26 years.
Yep.
They grow with hops from the 1860s that the Cornish miners brought over.
That was cool.
They're really involved with Colorado Mountain Club and Berthoud Pass Association and stuff, and just super, super nice folks. So,
Isaac, what did
yeah.
you like?
Honestly, the beer.
Well, that's pretty good too. And that's important if you're a pub.
so yeah. Well, speaking of which, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking their red ale right now, and it's one of the better red ales I've had in a while, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, I tried one of their seasonal, the juicy pale ale, and it was super good. But this is their blood orange, and this has always been my favorite Tommyknocker, which so I think this is still my favorite.
I had the blood orange, and I agree with you. It's one of my favorites. I'm having the nitro stout right now. That's really good, especially when it gets a little colder. I think it'll be good. So
And I'm drinking the TK IPA.
TK IPA.
Yeah, I got it, and I immediately was like, okay, I like this one, so I've had two of them. I didn't think I needed to try anything else.
Nice. When you find what you like, you're good to go.
step out, try new things.
Good. Awesome. Well, it was super, super fun. It's a joy to play here. I'm so glad we came here. I'm so glad that you guys are helping us out. And at any rate, well, here's to Colorado, guys.
Here's to Colorado.
Drink it all in.
Bring it all in.
So whenever